Students, if you're in class 11th right now and you're struggling to understand what exactly is JEE, what is the difference between JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, what is the eligibility criteria, what is the pattern, when the registration process is going to start, ma'am, how am I going to crack JEE? So everything I'm going to tell you in this video, right? So this 20 minutes video is literally going to define your next 2 years, right? So don't forget to share this video with your friends as well, your juniors, and also like this video because so much hard work we have done to combine everything in this one video, right? And also subscribe to this channel because for the JEE 2026 and 2027 aspirants, we are coming up with a series totally free of cost on YouTube. At 6 p.m. we will take the classes for JEE 2027 aspirants, and at 8 p.m. we are going to take the classes for JEE 2026 aspirants, right? So let us move to the video. So first thing that we are going to talk about is the registration process, right? So if I talk about January 2027, like let's imagine that you're right now thinking about JEE 2027, right? So what exactly is going to happen? In January 2027, you will have your first attempt, and the registration process will start at around November, the end of November or mid of November, right? That means, and the exam is going to happen at around last week of January, right? Now, after this in February, mostly sometimes it is in state boards also varies a lot, right? But usually it is CBSE board is in February, the end of February, and some state boards are in February or March, depending upon different states, right? So depending upon the board ends in the mid of March, right? Now, April 2027, you will have your second attempt, right? So if you're thinking that you have time till Feb 2027, that's not true, right? You only have time till November 2027. After that, right, your pre-boards will start, then your first attempt, then your boards, then you will have your second attempt, and then you will have your JEE Advanced, right? So you need to be very clear about this thing. Now, what exactly happens after clearing JEE Mains, right? One thing you should be clear that JEE Mains, all the students can participate here, right? But out of that, some selected candidates will appear in the JEE Advanced, right? Who have got really good percentile from JEE Mains, they can appear for JEE Advanced. And if you want to get into IIT, you can't get into IIT by clearing JEE Mains, right? You have to clear JEE Advanced to get into good IITs, right? Only that is possible. Now, if you talk about the agency, right, which takes JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. JEE Mains, right now it is taken by NTA. If it changes, that we can't say, but right now NTA is taking JEE Mains, right? And JEE Advanced, this particular, it's not like fixed. That is top 5 to 7 IITs. They will take the JEE Advanced test. It varies, right? Sometimes IIT Madras, Kanpur, right? Top old IITs I'm talking about, they will take the JEE Advanced paper. That's why this paper, right, it's actually of a very good level, and you really need to have good practice to crack this JEE Advanced. That's why you get into IITs, ISRs after cracking JEE Advanced, right? Now, next thing is, what is the eligibility criteria, right? The eligibility criteria is you should definitely in your 12th class, you should have physics, chemistry, and mathematics. That is mandatory. Now, 75% should be there overall, right? So 75% in the board exam, if I'm talking about CBSE and ICSE exams, right? In that case, you should have 75%, right? More than that, let's say some student is getting 70% marks or 60% marks, or let's say 74% of marks, right? And they have cracked JEE Mains, but they will not be allowed to sit in the counseling, right? They expect you to have 75% of marks, right? Now, if I talk about, let's say this is about CBSE only, that physics, chemistry, mathematics, English plus additional subject added, you should have 75% marks. But if I talk about the state boards, right, because state board may vary, right? Some state board are very high level questions they ask, right? That is the reason we have to select, right? What is the fair way of selecting? So the fair way is they take top 20% students, right? Top 20% students are taken. They are eligible to sit in the counseling if they clear JEE Mains, right? Understood? So if you are belonging to any state board exam, you have to be in top 20%. You need to have good percentage, right? But if you're from CBSE, ICSE, then you should have above 75%, right? Now, if any other quota is applied to you, SC, ST, OBC, PWD, any quota is applied here, in that case, you should have 75% of aggregate, right? Okay. Now, this was about your class 12th marks and its eligibility based on your class 12. Now, if I talk about one more thing, ma'am, ma'am, let's say I'm a dropper, I'm watching your video, right? Or if you're even thinking, you're not a dropper, you're thinking that for 2 years, I'll do my class 12 board examination only. Then I'll take a drop of 1 year. Then I'll prepare for JEE Mains, right? So you have to understand that how many drops are possible, right? You will be eligible after how many drops. All those things should be clear in your head. First thing is, if I talk about 3 consecutive years, I'm not talking about attempts. Years we are talking about. 3 years are applicable for JEE Mains. 2 years are applicable for JEE Advanced, right? So, for example, you have cleared your 12th board examinations in 2025. Okay, in that case, you will be eligible for 2026, 2027, right? That means 2025 also you have taken. And let's say, okay, let's see this thing. Let's say you are like, ma'am, I have completed 2025. That was my board. This is 2026. This is 2027, right? Some student, he is like right now, he has just done his class 12. He has not given any JEE exam. Then will this be considered in the JEE attempt? Yes, it will be considered as your JEE attempt. It's your fault that you have not given the exam, right? But that will be considered. If you have given or not, doesn't matter. That will be considered as the first attempt. The board year is considered as the first attempt, and this will be considered as second, and this will be considered as the third attempt. So you will be eligible till third year, right? After this, you will not be eligible, and I don't think so you should take that many drops, right? That is, I think, ruining your future, right? So if you have actually prepared well, these many, in fact, this, if you take even 1 drop, that will be enough for you. But I would advise you, try to do it in the board examination year only. But still, if you are taking drop, 1 drop is still okay, right? Don't worry about that. Now, if you talk about JEE Advanced, in that case, right, we will discuss about that later also. In that case, only 2 years are applicable, right? Third drop you cannot take, right? That means you can take like this is your first attempt, this is your second attempt, that's it. Okay, no more. This is the first year, this is the second year, that's it. After that, you will not be eligible, right? Now, this is, I can write it here, that this is what JEE Mains, right? And for JEE Advanced, this is possible, this is possible, this will not be possible. I think to give you more clarity on this, right? Now, let's talk about the marks here for JEE Mains, right? What is the pattern of JEE Mains? Eligibility we have already talked about. Now, talking about the pattern of JEE Mains, right? That is, still we have some pattern, we can prepare ourselves for that, right? So, first thing is, each subject will have 30 questions in total. Not 30 questions, actually it will be 25 only. So I'll just mark it correct, right? It will be 25 questions in total, right? 20 questions will be MCQ based, and 5 questions will be your numeric or integer based question. Okay. Now, if you talk about 25 into 4, what you will get here is total 300 marks will be there. And for every correct answer, you will have plus 4 marks. For every wrong answer, 1 marks will be deducted. And if you're not attempting, 0 marks will be given. That means no positive, no negative will be there. Right? So you have to be very careful about this negative marking here. Right? That you should be careful. So this is about JEE Mains, that 20 question. And what is the duration? Duration is 3 hours. And this is a computer-based test, CBT test. That means on computer, you'll have to give the test. You'll sit in the center, you will be provided a computer, you have to give the test like that. And in this case, that's why it's so important to give the mock test in the computer-based term only, not in OMR sheets, right? That is not preferable, right? Now, after this, let's discuss about this is 25 questions, right? Okay. Now, 25 questions, if I talk about 20 questions is single correct answer and 5 questions is integer type questions or numeric type questions. Okay. So, that will be your 5 questions, that will be integer or numeric, and this I am talking about even in chemistry, mathematics, and physics. You will get integer. That means, let's say 1, 3, 4, 5, 5 point this will be your answers and you have to type it, right? Now, next is qualifying JEE means, right? Next is qualifying JEE means. How do you qualify your JEE means? So after qualifying, let's say you got good result, you have qualified JEE means. After this, ma'am, what I will get, right? First thing is you will get NITs, you will get triple ITs, you will get GFTIs. So basically, these are government funded institutes, right? They have very good, it's like if you're not able to get into IITs or this, then GFTs are a good way of doing your engineering, right? You can get good packages after this because these are government funded institutes, right? Okay, so they have a name, they have a reputation, right? So that will be a beneficial thing for you. That's why cracking JEE means is very important for you, right? If you want to be in a good engineering college, right? Now, after this, next is what is the JEE Advanced, JEE Advanced, right? So let's talk about JEE Advanced here. In JEE Advanced, you will get into IITs, ISRs, top premium institutes, right, that we have for engineering. You will get through JEE Advanced to get admission into that, right? Now, JEE Advanced does not have a set pattern, right? Okay, these are the 20 MCQs based question, 5 we will give you in teacher based question. It's not like that. Rather, it's more of like that. It changes, pattern changes. Sometimes they give you more single correct answer. Sometimes they give you multiple correct answer. Single correct means when you have 4 options, only one answer is correct. Multiple correct means maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 of them are correct. Okay, so these are multiple correct answers. Sometimes they give you more integer based, numerical based questions, right? So statement based questions, sometimes they increase this. So this, the pattern changes. It's not fixed that these many MCQs, these many this, right? Now I'll tell you what exactly changes when the pattern changes, right? This is a tricky thing. So understand this thing. First thing is, this thing is fixed in JEE Advanced. That is in paper 1, paper 2, right? What happens in one day only, you will have 2 papers, right? And you will get into JEE Advanced only after qualifying, like with good marks. JEE means you have only some percentage will get into JEE Advanced, right? Now, this JEE Advanced, if you are eligible for JEE Advanced, then what you have to do, right? First is your paper 1 and then you will have paper 2. Paper 1 is about 9 a.m., 3 hours, it is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., right? That is your paper 1, right? And then you will have 2-hour break, and after that you will sit for paper 2 exam, right? Then in paper 2 exam, that is from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So already it gets very, very taxing from students, for students also, the parents also, right? So your, it's not only your knowledge, right? Your patience, your like how you handle those things in the exam when you're tired, you're exhausted, but still you have to use your brain for these many tough questions, right? So that is a major thing, and that's why I always tell students that you have to sit in the mock test. You have to be like give a lot of mock tests to crack JEE Advanced. Otherwise, it's not possible. You have to have those kind of days where you are sitting just like you're sitting in the exam, right? So that's why this becomes very important to give mock tests, right? Now, what will happen in this way? And this is the computer-based test only, and both paper are mandatory for you, right? Now, I'll give you one SI pattern, one pattern, right? This is not a fixed pattern, right? This is one pattern I have given you, right? Let's say they have given you in section 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 section they have, right? Now, this is random pattern. There is no fixed pattern, right? Maybe there will be 3 sections. You will have only single correct, multiple correct, only these kind of questions. Maybe you will have integer more, right? Maybe you will have no single answer question, right? Depending upon the different years, different questions, different pattern are asked. But what you have to remember, then when you have one correct option, right? When there is only one correct option, in that case, you will be provided with plus 3 marks. Okay, you'll be provided with plus 3 marks. And in that case, if the wrong answer is there, then minus 1 will be deducted here, right? And if let's say there is more than one correct option, that I told you, multiple correct options, that A may be correct, B may be correct, C, maybe A, B, C, all of A, B, C are correct and D is incorrect. Maybe A and C is correct, B and D is incorrect, right? And they are asking the correct options. So maybe A and C is the correct answer, right? In that case, this is a tricky part. So this I'll explain you in detail also, right? Just for now, just remember that, let's say you have A, B and C are the correct answer. Okay, for that question, this is the correct answer. And you tick all of them right, and you tick D as incorrect. That means you have given everything what is truth, right? So that's why they will give you plus 4 marks here. But if you answer it, let's say you answer it incorrectly. Incorrectly, maybe A, B, C is the correct answer, but you have answered D. You have answered A, B, C, D. You have answered A, B, and D. That means if you answer the incorrect option as the correct one, understood? If I am not answering D, let's say I am only answering A and B, then they will give you some marks, right? Because at least you have not marked the incorrect answer as correct, right? So this is a tricky part, right? That's why I'm telling you, in this case, ABC, if ABC is the correct answer, then if you mark only A, you will get some marks, very less, but some marks you will get. If you only put A and B, then you will also get some marks. If you put A, B, C, you will get full marks, that is plus 4, right? But let's say you have ticked A also, B also, C also. These three are correct. You have ticked it correct. But you tick D also. Then minus 2 will be there. Why? Because you have ticked the incorrect option as a correct one, right? So that you have to be very careful, that if you're not sure about some statement, you can't guess to it. Why? Because you will, even if other statements you have answered it correctly, minus 2 will be deducted, right? To play safe, if you are doubting something, just don't mark it correct, right? This will happen only if you do a lot of practice questions, right? Now, this is numeric value answer. This I have already told you. This is simple. If you give answer plus 4, no. If you don't give answer, 0. No marks will be deducted, right? Then match the following is also same as 1 correct, right? That is, if you give answer correct, that is 3 will be added. If you give wrong answer, then minus 1 will be deducted, right? Now, let's talk about this multiple correct answer in detail, right? I know some of you are even now confused about it. So, let's see, if one or more options are correct, then what happens? Minus 2 in all the cases, all the other cases. That means if you tick the incorrect as the correct one, then you will have minus 2. Plus 4 if all are the correct options, but plus 3 if 3 out of 4 correct option is selected. Same with plus 2 and plus 1. Ma'am, I didn't get it, right? You don't even need to get it that much, right? We are not here to answer, like we are not here to, right? You know, they have given you multiple sheets and you have to write down what is the full marks of every person. This you don't have to do. Just remember this thing, that I'm taking an example. Let's say you have 3 correct options, that is A, B, C, right? If you select A, B, C, they will provide you plus 4. If you select A or B, B or C, A or C, then what they will give you? Because see, for all the correct, they are giving you 4, right? You are marking only 2 as the correct, right? So it will be 4 divided by 3 multiplied by 2, right? 4 divided by 3 multiplied by 2, because only 2 you are taking it, right? See, a simple thing is, if 3 options are correct, if you apply unitary method, 3 options are correct, you are JEE Advanced. If you are preparing for JEE Advanced, this is an easy thing for you. 3 options are correct, they are giving you 4 marks for that. Then if let's say for one one correct answer, they will give you 4/3. Let's say you answer A, let's say you answer B, or you answer C, they will give you 4/3, 4/3, 4/3, right? Let's say you answered two correct answers, A, B, C, B, C, or A, C, then they will give you 4/3 into 2, right? That's how they give the answers, right? Okay, that's how they give the marks, right? That's why the marks varies, right? But if you answer any of the option as incorrect option as correct, then -2 will be deducted here, right? Be very clear on this part. If you're not able to understand this, leave it, right? What you need to focus on is question practicing, right? Now, in paper 2 also the difficulty level will increase more, right? And here, let's say, this is just a random example we have taken, right? Let's say MCQs more than same thing, MCQs with correct answer, numeric value, and then integer type. Now it may vary, right, depending upon, but yes, paper 2 will be more complex as compared to paper 1 that we have seen usually, right? Okay, now let us see this here. Paper pattern is not fixed for JEE Advanced. We are talking about, not about JEE Mains, right? As you can see, every year the marks were different here. So that means it is varying. It is not same. It is not fixed, right? Now, let us see that you don't have to do anything with. Paper pattern is changing, but we know that we have to like work really, really hard, right? You just focus on that thing, right? Now, who is eligible for JEE Advanced, right? Top candidates who appeared in JEE Mains, right? They are eligible for JEE Advanced. Top 2.5 lakh candidates who are like who have got good percentile. That depends of every year depends on the cutoff, right? They are eligible for JEE. They are eligible for JEE Advanced. A candidate can appear in JEE Advanced for 2 consecutive years, as I told you, right? Third consecutive. Let's say you have passed your class 12th in 2025, you can only give JEE Advanced in 2026. After this, it's not possible for you. That is the only option where you can get into IIT. That's it, right? Now, talking about some preparation tips for you here. First is, students, do not accumulate backlogs, right? Okay, you don't have to, right now you are in class 11th or 12th, I don't know, right? You just have to put it in the comment section which year you are preparing for. But I'm assuming that you are in class 11th right now and you are blank. That's why you're watching JEE video, understanding JEE. So students, here, you're in class 11, so you have to be very, utilize this time. We have seen most of the students, they waste class 11th, right? That's why we have also started in our batches, like in our offline centers also, the admissions are open right now. And on YouTube also, we are providing you the lectures at 6 p.m. daily, right? So don't miss anything, right? You have to be very planned way. You have to do your class 11th. I have made a lot of videos for JEE 2027 aspirants, right? How to prepare for class 11th for JEE Mains from day 1 of class 11th. Watch that and apply those things in your class 11th and class 12th, right? If you waste your class 11th, you will have a lot of backlogs in class 12th and you will end up wasting a lot of time, right? Next is create your 2-year roadmap, right? This video is also out here, right? So students, just focus on what I'm telling you. I have given you targets also to complete your syllabus by end of this and to start your class 12th, right? So do that, right? You should have a proper 2-year roadmap, right? And when I'm talking about 2 years, I'm talking about till November 2027. I'm not talking about March or April 2027, right? You will be occupied by December only. From December till April, you will be fully occupied with exams and exams and exams, right? Then learn the correct approach for each subject. You should know for physics, for mathematics, for chemistry, right? What exactly you have to do, right? How physics is done, how chemistry is done, how mathematics. And for that, we are here to help you. You can subscribe to this channel. We are here to help you in this way only, how to basically make a strategy, how to apply that thing, and how to know your subject, right? You should have a core subject knowledge and you should know that what pattern actually goes, right? And for that, students, we are also helping students in our offline centers, right? If you know our JEE advanced results, right? They're very good. AIR 15 is there, right? So you can see they were in our offline center only, right? And why they were able to do this? Because the right mentorship was there, right? And ma'am, they were in Bangalore, but ma'am, what about I am not near to Bangalore? Then you have other centers also of Vedantu. You can see Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Punjab, Delhi, Bihar, Odisha, Rajasthan, Pondicherry, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh. So we are there all over India. So depending upon which center is near to your house, you can go and visit the center. You can see the classrooms. You can meet the teachers. You can just tell that I am from Vedantu JEE English, right? And students, for this, you will also get one scholarship here, right? This is 90%, up to 90% scholarship you can get if you give IV SAT scholarship test. That is our Vedantu scholarship test, right? Depending upon your marks, you will get different scholarships, and up to 90% you can get this scholarship, right? But for this, you have to register yourself, and the registration link is in the description. Click on that, register yourself. And students, in this, what if you are like, ma'am, but what if I'm not able to do it? What if I'm a dropper? Then what will happen? Then students, we are providing you guaranteed rank improvement or 100% fees refund. That means we trust our teachers, we trust the way we teach our students, right? We guarantee you that you will see the improvement in your rank, right? So don't worry if you are thinking of taking a drop, if you are thinking that if I am not able to do this, then what will happen, right? We are here, that we are here at every step. All you have to do is follow us. All you have to do is follow what your teachers are telling you, right? Just right now, you still have time to decide that what is going to be your proper strategy, right? Once you make your proper strategy, follow that, right? We are helping you in all the ways possible. We are also taking sessions for you on YouTube. That will be a like 1.5 or 2 hour sessions, right, at 6 p.m. from Monday to Saturday, right? You can come in our classes also, and you can also see, watch that what exactly you are liking, chemistry, physics or mathematics. You can learn that which is your strongest part, and from that, let's start this journey. You should begin your journey now only. And for all the Vedantu offline centers, I have already told you, you can even get 90% scholarship. So the opportunity is actually knocking on your door. So don't just grab that opportunity. Don't waste it, right? Because might be you'll be able to you will be able to save so much money, right? But still you will be in the offline center, right? The competition you will see daily, right? You will see the mock test, right? You can ask the doubts to teachers in the class. Everything will be there, right? High tech classes we have, special mentorship is given, counseling is given to the students, right? And what college you have to target, everything is provided in the offline center itself, right? All you have to do is do hard work. Rest of the thing is our duty, right? So link is in the description for the IV SAT scholarship. I will advise you to give this scholarship test by going to the official center, right? That will help you a lot. Official means the office that is near to you, the Vedantu offline center that is near to your house, right? That will be more beneficial because you will get to meet teachers and you will get to meet our counseling team to understand how your 2 years are going to be, right? So that's it for today, students. Let me know in the comment section what are the other things that you want me to make video on. I'm here to help you only, and surely I'll make a video which is going to help you in all the ways possible, right? So that's it. Bye bye. Take care.